نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين آمين يا رب العالمين. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, we have finished all the makharij and the rules of Noon Sakina and Tameen, and last time we finished the Meen Sakina rules. So it was easy. You guys are okay? You are not, you didn't get mixed up in the rules of, did you practice after? Did you get the chance to practice the rules of Meen Sakina? The names are same, so sometimes that's the reason people get mixed up. But inshallah, if you just practice few times, then inshallah will be okay. So just quickly, I'll review the rules of Meen Sakina. So how many rules of Meen Sakina we have learned in the last class? Yes, Alhamdulillah. Sister Majidin, yeah, 3 rules. Do you remember the names? You can use the Arabic terms or English, whatever is easy for you. What are the names of Izhar, Idgham and Ikhfa? Yeah, just like same in Noon Sakina rules, only Iqlab is not here in the Meen Sakina, and only the Iqlab we learned in Meen Sakina. Yeah, Shafawi. We call these rules Shafawi. Why we call them Shafawi? Do you remember? I told you. We call them Izhar Shafawi, Ikhfa Shafawi. Yeah, yes, that's right. Meen is a Shafawi, the lip letter, and Shafawi is, in Arabic, we called the lips. Shafatain, the huruf shafatain we learned. The makharij. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. So these are the rules, and the rulings are a little bit different. The names are same as the rules of Noon Sakina names, but the rulings are different. What about the idgham? What is the rule of idgham al-shafawi? Yeah, if there is a meme, if a meme comes after Meen Sakina, then we do idgham, means merging and inserting whatever, like we have learned last class. So it's the same thing. The definition is same, but the rule is little bit different, that there's a meme after the Meen Sakina. Yeah, there could be any haraka on the meme. The first, the Meen Sakina, the first one is Meen Sakina, and it's, there comes a shadda on the following meme. After the Meen Sakin, the meme comes with any haraka, could be fatha, kasra, dhamma, fatha, kasra, any haraka, and then there is a shadda on it. And remember, it happens in between 2 words. That is another important part. Okay, and what about the Ikhfa Shafawi? What is the Ikhfa Shafawi? Yeah, if there's a ba after meme, yeah, good, mashallah. Barakallahu fi. Yeah, mashallah. There's a ba after meme, then we hide. Ikhfa means to hide. So we hide the sound of Meen Sakina. So I told you last time, the tip is that you just leave a small paper gap in between your lips. You don't, when we say meme, we join the lips slightly, not very tightly. But when we say the Ikhfa Shafawi, then we leave a small paper gap in between the lips. So that's how, when the 2 lips don't meet, it becomes Ikhfa. And we do gunna. In both the examples, in both the rules, idgham shafawi and ikhfa shafawi, we do gunna. Okay. And the izhar shafawi, what is the izhar shafawi? Yeah, izhar means to read clear. All the other letters other than ba and meen, if they come after Meen Sakina, then we read them clearly. We do not do the gunna. Alhamdulillah. Okay, today is a small rule. We already know about it, but it's the part of the syllabus. So that's why I will just, not very detailed, but a little bit in detail I will discuss with you, inshallah. The gunna. You already know the gunna. So what is the linguistic definition of gunna, that it is a sound that is emitted from the nasal passage. Yeah, you already know about that. That the gunna is the nasal sound without any function of the tongue. We don't use the tongue. There is no use of tongue at all. And the applied the definition is, when we apply this rule, what is the definition? The unconditional nasalized sound fixed on the noon. Okay, even if it is a tanween and the meme. Because if you remember, and you already experienced, that when we say the tanween, any tanween, like ba, fathatain, ban, the ending sound is noon. The tanween sound ends in the noon sound. So automatically it becomes the noon sound. That's why it is said that the tanween has the noon sound. So it's a nasalized sound that comes, that is fixed on the noon, even if in the tanween and the meme sound. This means that the gunna is an inherent sound in the meme and noon. I told you in the beginning that the noon and meme, they have a built-in gunna. Like some things, there are some sounds that are built in the letter. You cannot avoid them. So that is the case. It has the inherent gunna sound, the meme and noon letter, whether the noon and meme have a vowel or not. If it's it has a sukoon or it has any vowel, in both cases the gunna sound comes. We will discuss in detail later in the next slide how it happens. And the letters of gunna, we already know that the noon and the meme, sorry I missed that, noon and the meme are the gunna letters, okay, including the tanween. And what is the articulation point? We already know, alhamdulillah, that the opening of the nose, that the nasal passage, basically the sound, the articulation point is the nasal passage. Okay, if I told you in the beginning that if you close the nose and you try to say the gunna, you cannot say it. If you close the nose, try it right now, just say an. When you close the nose, you cannot say you cannot say. Did you try it? It's impossible. The sound of gunna cannot come if you close the nose. Okay, so basically that is the gunna. It's very easy. Nothing has to be, it's not very something very difficult. We already know about it since when we were doing the makharij. Yeah, okay. Alhamdulillah. Okay, now there are some ranks of the gunna, like different levels. You can say there are different levels of gunna, and there are 4 levels basically. Okay, the thing I was telling you in the other slide, that there are different kinds of gunna. So here we are going to see, not in very detail, that what are their levels. There are 4 levels. First is akmal, then is kamila, then naqisa, and anqas. I wrote these 4 names in Arabic. Don't get confused. In the next slide, I wrote the English names as well. So it will be easy for you to memorize them. If you memorize the Arabic words, it's very good, and inshallah. But if you have difficulty, then you can memorize the English names only. Okay, so just remember that there are 4 levels of the gunna, and we'll go to the next slide. So the first one, I didn't write the Arabic here. So the first one is the akmal gunna. Akmal means the most complete, the perfect, the very good, like the highest level of completion. Akmal, the superlative degree. Okay, so the first one is the akmal gunna, and I wrote here the English word most complete gunna. This is the longest gunna, and this happens when when the noon has a shadda or meme has a shadda. Noon mushaddad and meme mushaddad. As well as when there is a idgham bi gunna. If you remember in the noon sakin, there are 2 types of idgham. Idgham bi gunna and idgham bila gunna. Idgham with gunna and idgham without gunna. So this one is here, right here, it is idgham bi gunna. So three cases. The complete gunna happens, the akmal gunna happens in 3 things: noon mushaddad, meme mushaddad, and as well as idgham bi gunna. What are the letters of idgham bi gunna? Remember? Can you type it? Do you remember the letters of idgham bi gunna in noon sakin rule? Noon Sakin and Tanween. There's total 6 letters of idgham. Yarmalun, Ya, Ra, Mim, Lam, Waw, Noon. Out of those 6 letters, the 4 letters are with idgham bi gunna and 2 are without gunna, bila gunna. So, Sister Majibin, you are almost right. Like 2 letters. You said Ya, Ra, Mim, Lam, Noon. And Vishal, you said Yarmalun. Yarmoon and Yarmalun. Yarmalun. Yeah, Yarmalun are the letters of idgham. It includes with gunna and without gunna. So I'll tell you. Lam and Ra for idgham. Yes, right. MashaAllah. Barakallah fiqh. Yes, Mishal. Lam and Ra. When the Lam and Ra comes after Noon Sakin and Tanween, then the idgham bila gunna happens, without gunna. Okay, complete merging. And when the Yawmin letters come, Ya, Waw, Mim, Noon. When these 4 letters come, Ya, Waw, Mim, Noon, then the idgham bi gunna happens. Idgham with gunna happens. Okay, Sister Manjari? So yeah, try to remember like this. Just if you remember the Lam and Ra, if you remember these 2 letters, Lam and Ra, that without gunna happens, then you will automatically remember the other 4 letters. Okay, alhamdulillah. So the most complete gunna, the akmal gunna, happens in case of Noon Mushaddad, Mim Mushaddad and idgham bi gunna. And it's very long. It's the longest gunna happens when it. I didn't write the examples here, but just inshallah next time we will go through the examples as well. When you are reading the Quran, when you are practicing, then you can look for the examples of these 4 types of gunna. I'll give you the homework at the end, inshallah. Okay. And the second gunna was, which one was that? Idgham Kamil. So the Akmal was the first one, and then Kamil. Remember this one? Idgham Kamil is the complete gunna. There's slight difference. Okay. The first one was the most complete gunna, the perfect, or we can say the perfect gunna. Okay. And then the second is complete gunna. It's little lesser than the first one, because it's we don't stretch it that long. The second one, the complete gunna, idgham kamila, is little less longer. Okay. When Mim Sakina and Noon Sakina are followed by one of the letters of ikhfa. Okay. First one we discussed about the idgham. Now the second example, the second type of gunna happens when the letters of ikhfa comes. Okay. Then the gunna that results from this ikhfa is the complete in its timing, but not as long as the. Okay. If you do one thing. On a piece of paper, when you are after this class, inshallah, when you're practicing, make 4 columns. Okay, make 4 columns. Write on top the names, 4 names: idgham akmal, idgham kamila, idgham naqis, and then in anqas. Okay, and then when you will write the examples or the letters or whatever the definition is, then you will find that it's easy for you. Maybe right now you're getting mixed up, but it's not very difficult. It's very easy, inshallah. Bismillah. So the two we already know. Okay, the 2 levels of gunna. First is the perfect gunna, that is the longest one. The second is the complete gunna, which is not as long as the first one. And the third one is incomplete gunna. Okay, naqis, gunna naqis. This gunna is shorter in timing than the complete gunna. It's little further down. Okay, it's little shorter than the complete gunna. And the Noon Sakina and Mim Sakina that are said with izhar. Okay, now all the examples are coming. All the rules of Noon Sakina are coming here. The first one had the example of idgham. The second one has been connected with the ikhfa, and the third one is with izhar. So when there is any izhar letter comes after Noon Sakina or Mim Sakina, then we read them clearly, but still there is a gunna sound in them, because as I told you before, that the Mim and the Noon, they have a built-in gunna in them, even if they have a haraka on top, or if they are sukoon, in the state of sukoon, the gunna sound will come. they have this built-in gunna sound. So the third one, you got it? Am I going too fast? I'm trying to quickly finish it before that I start coughing badly, because when I speak, then my throat is so scratchy that it's non-stop, my cough. So I'm just trying, inshallah, bismillah. I'm trying to quickly finish this rule. Okay. So far it's okay. You're not confused. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So, okay, the fourth one is the anqas. I'll show you the previous slide if you want to see the names. The akmal, kamila, naqisa, and anqas. The fourth one. And the fourth one is the most incomplete gunna. Just like the first one was the most complete, the perfect gunna, the fourth one is the most incomplete gunna. This is the shortest form of the gunna. Okay? This is the shortest form. Then the noon and meme with vowels fall into this category. Okay? Even if there is a vowel, any haraka on noon and meme, and when we say them, there's a slight gunna sound comes. When you're reading, you're reciting the Quran, you will notice it, inshallah. And in the end, I wrote a note that the difference in timing between these different categories of gunna is very minute. Very, very little, very small, that you can't even recognize them. Only an experienced reader or a listener, like big sheikhs or the very expert scholars or the teachers, they can realize the difference, that which kind of gunna is happening. There's more further detail, but I don't want to go into so much detail that you get. We just want to stick with the basic main rules. Okay? Therefore, suppose like when we do ikhfa, there's an example I want to give, that if when we are doing ikhfa, after noon sakin and tanween, there's an ikhfa letter coming. But if the letter that is coming after noon sakin and tanween is a heavy letter, remember I told you last time the heavy letters, that we make them heavy, the fat, heavy sound. So, sorry. So, when the heavy letter comes after noon sakin and tanween, then the gunna becomes heavy. Okay, so that also comes in this category. So far this is okay. So I'll show you the first slide. The gunna. So what is the basic, like just a simple definition of gunna? It is the nasal sound. Okay, that comes from the nasal passage without the use of a tongue. There's no function of the tongue. We don't use the tongue at all. That's the nasal sound. And the letters of gunna are noon and meme, that connects with the back of the mouth. Okay, it's clear now? If you have any questions, anything, let me know, please. And the 4 levels of gunna we have discussed: the gunna akmal, gunna kamila, gunna naqisa, and gunna anqas. The first one, akmal, is the perfect gunna, the most complete. The kamila is the complete. The naqisa is the incomplete gunna, and anqas is the most incomplete. Okay, now if you have got it, then I'm not showing you the next slide. Just tell me without showing you the next slide, what is the akmal gunna? Just remember, what did we discuss? In the akmal gunna, which rule of noon sakina comes? Most complete. This is the most complete gunna. Yeah, just imagine. Yeah, it's akmal is the most complete gunna. And what are the letters? I have told you in this. The three cases. The 3 cases in which the most complete gunna happens. Yeah, noon mushaddad and meme mushaddad. Yeah, meme with the shadda and noon with the shadda. And another thing, remember I told you the rule of noon sakina? The 4 letters come. I was asking you. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I know that all we get mixed up in the beginning. So the meme shadda and noon shadda, and also I told you idgham bi gunna. The 4 letters of yarmalun comes. Ya, wow, meme, noon. Then in that case also the akmal gunna happens. Let me show you this the next slide. Okay, see this one, the first point. the perfect kunna. It's in this the noon mushaddad, mim mushaddad, as well as the idgham bi gunna. In these three cases, the complete, the most perfect kunna happens, and it's the longest one. We should do it long. And then the second one, the kamila, is the, what is the kamila gunna? Gunna kamila? Complete gunna, yes. It's little lesser than the first one. And when does that happen? Yeah. Not less than one, but it's like when we stretch the gunna, it's like most of the time when you listen to the qaris, the sheikh, the shuyukh, you will see that they stretch it long, like inna, okay. In this is noon mushaddad, but this is gunna akmal. Yeah, the type one. Yeah, yes. Imagine the kamila one. It happens when the rule, which letters come. You remember the rule in the kamila? Try to think what type of letter comes when we do the when does the kamil gunna happens. Okay, it's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. I don't want to give you stress. It's okay. It's the first time we have learned all these terms now, so that's fine. Inshallah, next time I'll ask all of you. So the complete gunna happens when the ikhfa letters come after noon sakin and tanween. When we do ikhfa, then the complete gunna happens. Okay. And also the mim sakin. Noon sakina and mim sakina are followed by the ikhfa letters. So the noon sakina is the 15 letters. Okay, and the mim sakina, when does the ikhfa happens? Ikhfa shafawi. I'm cross questioning you. Just so that you, yeah, alhamdulillah. Just imagining, yeah, you're not in ground zero, it's fine. You're okay, mashallah. Yeah, alhamdulillah. So yeah, when the ba comes after mim sakin or the ikhfa letters comes after noon sakin, then the ikhfa happens. So in that case, it is complete gunna. It's little lesser than the first one. And the third one, incomplete gunna naqisa, is shorter than the complete one. And this happens when the izhar happens. When after noon sakin and mim sakin, the izhar letter comes, then we do then the gunna happens, it's incomplete. Okay? Because it's in the last two types are there because it's a characteristic, it's the sifat of the noon and mim letter. They have the built-in gunna. We cannot avoid them. So it will happen automatically. It will happen. The duration will be lesser, will be little than the complete gunna and the perfect gunna. Otherwise, it's there. We cannot avoid it. Okay, so the most incomplete gunna, when the noon and mim have the any vowels, then the most incomplete gunna happens. Okay, and then the notice that the difference in between these categories is very, very minute difference, very little difference. Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq and knowledge that when we read the Quran, when we focus on these rules, when we think about them, we ponder upon the ayahs, upon the rules, and then we try to, inshallah, practice and make our tajweed better, inshallah. Ameen.
Jazakumullahu khairan kathira. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.